The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of RMCOnAir.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
I see what you're doing, I see what you go through. Put my lighter in the air, the truth is you're beautiful, 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 beautiful.
And good evening. Welcome to Just Sports with Sonny Wells. We're here with the crew. To my left, Smitty. To his left, Pierre Daniels. And over there in the corner is Mr. Rambo. So we'll start off at the top of the show with, I was telling you earlier when we were outside, I said I was going to start the show with it, telling you about how the guard play has changed. And pretty much what I did, because I had a small team, was just to run sets of guards against the other team. This was in the JBL Pro-Am League, and usually with most of the teams, they have maybe 3 guards, 2 of them proficient, 1 is just a ordinary type guy. So what we did was we made sure that when they came up, the entry-level pass was always deterred. We didn't let them just pass it in the way they want to pass it in. They'd always have to do something alternate other than what they really want to do, and it would throw them off. So we did that all season, then we ended up going 7-0, and we went to the Final Four. This year, I was hired on at Trade Tech. We basically did the same thing, and this is the first time a JUCO team has went to the Final Four in that league that's been around for over 15 years. So we move into the pro ranks. The new guy for the Lakers, what's his name? The little guard, the left-hand guy?
D'Angelo Russell.
We got a clip on him? Let's play that clip and talk a little bit about him. Now, you know he's the answer to Steph Curry, so to speak. Your thoughts on that, Smitty?
Well, again, I started out one, the big man, but I've listened to some of the arguments, just as you're just talking about, and I have respect now for the fact that they did go with the guard. So I saw him being interviewed a couple of days ago, and they say his IQ is very high, and he's beyond his age in terms of his game. So next week we'll see him in the Summer League and see how real he is.
Right. Yeah. That's down in Florida, right? It's starting in Florida, right? Is it Florida?
Well, yeah, the East Coast started today.
Right.
But the West Coast is
going to start.
Vegas?
I believe they hit
Vegas.
Utah, then,
in Vegas.
Isn't like Orlando, then Utah, then Vegas?
I think Vegas started next week. Though.
July the 10th.
Next week.
The Lakers, July 10th.
The day before my birthday.
Good deal. Oh, also, first of all, shout out to Sun Lady.
Sun Lady.
Sun Lady.
All right, also, what's going on in terms of the tournament? How's that coming along? How are the developments with that? For the tournament next week, right?
Yeah, so far so good. I got ice in my mouth.
Okay.
So far so good. Got a lot of flyers out. We got some balls donated by Nike. We're pretty much set to go.
Oh, good deal. Okay, well, then we'll go.
One-on-one game set to go.
Oh, no.
Throw that in there.
Man, y'all don't want to do that. I'm at the gym every night, y'all. Y'all
I'm gonna pass the ball to Big D. Big D will pass it back to me in terms of what you think about the Lakers and their situation. And,
talk to us, Big D.
Which part of their situation?
I like the guards. I like that they got the guard.
Well, Sonny was talking about in terms of that 2-guard back.
Well, picking that guard was an excellent choice, I think. I know everyone looking for a big man, but picking that guard shows some direction where they're trying to go. They're trying to go in the direction what the league is going in, and they needed that. So the jury's still out. The kid have a great skill set. He's beyond his years, as they say, and he certainly do not lack in confidence.
Yeah.
So he can put all that together and learn the NBA game. The sky's the limit for the kid. So what you put around him and how you effectively use him is going to be the key to the Lakers.
How tall is he?
About 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah, they're saying 6'4", 6'5".
So he's taller than Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But that's only a couple of inches. I mean, I don't know if that even.
Yeah, but have you seen the way he shoots? He's
Sure.
He's left-handed. He's up and he arches it too, just like Steph does. So you're probably not just gonna block his shot. So and he can create his own shot off the dribble.
Right.
Well, what I like about him, he said he's not going to try and out-quick a guard if he's playing a quick guard because he knows that's not his game. But he says what he would do is look for his niche and exploit that.
Right.
And so his mindset, again, that's what I like about him. You know, he's a thinker. He's saying, okay, I'm not as quick as you. I don't have this move that you have, but I have something that you don't have, and that's going to carry me through the league. And then his attitude about learning to play the game under Kobe. You know, so right now he's open. So we'll see how long that lasts.
How long that can last?
Right. How do you feel about Smitty? How do you feel about the fact that the Lakers' leadership in terms of starting with Jim Buss to Mitch Kupchak to Byron Scott?
Well,
that pecking order there. How you think about that? Lead the Lakers into the future.
yeah.
It's he asked you so.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Okay, dude, come over here. I want to chime in on that one.
Yeah, see, I'm an optimistic person, so I'm gonna be positive, and I know how you feel about that. See, that's a setup question.
Yeah, it sure is. He's gonna chop him up.
Really, so go back to him. See,
Yeah. So you do the chop job on him.
and that's all right by me.
But I'm with Pierre. I do not trust the front office. We're looking at Laker basketball. Laker basketball in the 80s and the 90s was the model for basketball.
How about the 60s and part of the 70s when they won their first championship in 1972?
Yeah, but that's back then. But,
I'm just taking
they
people
basically
back.
just took over. Everybody wanted to play like the Lakers. Everyone modeled themselves after the Lakers. They were the new regime in basketball. So now you have a situation where you have some people in the front office literally you can't trust.
If you don't mind me asking, can we break this down a little bit more? Are we talking about Jim Buss? Are we talking about Mitch Kupchak? Or are we talking about Byron Scott or all three?
No. We're talking about, I believe in Scott. Jim Buss as a rather wild character, similar to his father. Because I've been to the parties when I was cutting Magic's hair. I was there. I know. Jim Buss, his father cut it off. Okay, it's time to stop playing. It's time for business. I wake up, and I'm sober, and I'm handling business. His son don't do that. It overlaps with him. So he can't make good judgment calls.
Maybe that's part of it because it was his father's dream. His father was able to fulfill his dream, but that's really not his son's dream. I mean, that's really not his son's.
That could be part of the problem, but I do know that he overlaps things too much. And you can tell by the decision-making process. He's not making good decisions. And so, Jeannie knows this. Jeannie was right there all the time, and everything was going on. So she has a better perspective on what's supposed to happen. But, of course, we probably got to believe that it was her father's dying wish that her son came in.
I'm sure that was part of it.
And, it's like, okay, you got 3 years, boy.
Right.
Straighten this out. And we've been past 2 of them already, haven't we?
Okay, you've
ain't got but a year left, and that's this year.
Let's go with one more. What about Kupchak?
Kupchak is last year when I was over at Allendale, we had to play his son that was playing at one of those schools. And, he's standoffish, big-headed. He's I don't see him being humble to get the job done.
And he's been in that position for how long?
I don't know, since he got hurt.
We know how long that's been.
Yeah, he's been there, and he always took advice from Jerry West before he left and went up to where the champions are now. So, I'm blocking myself. But that's what I feel about that, man. It's like I'm not a Laker fan, but you done messed up the team that was the best in the land. They messed it up, so I don't trust them. Go ahead, Smitty.
Well, the thing is, and I was going to let D chime into it, but I think we need to look at the personnel that the Laker has now. Okay, they picked 4 guys in the draft. You got Russell, top point guard. The kid from Stanford named Brown.
Right.
He's supposed to be a shooter.
He's a second-round pick, too.
Yeah. But my point is, he's on the team though. If he makes it through the summer league.
Right.
And then they have Larry Nance's son.
Right.
And then I mentioned to you Robert Upshaw.
I think Nance is the second round. My fault. I think Brown was the second pick in the first round.
Nance was late in whatever.
Late second round.
Yeah.
But my point is, they have a core of young guys now, and Nance is talking about playing all kind of defense. They still have Tariq Black. Is that his name?
Right.
Yeah, okay. He plays defense. He's aggressive. Okay, like I indicated, they got this Robert Upshaw now. He has a lot of upside, barring the problems that he had in the past, which they say he's contrite now and he's ready to play ball. So we didn't really focus in on him. But the Lakers have a big man now, so I'm satisfied. If you got a big man, you got a power forward, you got a good point guard, you still got Kobe. They still have a Master P, I call him Master P, as a shooter, and
Swaggy P.
Swaggy P, yeah,
Master P.
Yeah. so they have some tools to work with.
Right.
You know, now I'm not saying they're going to be in the playoffs on a high level, but they have tools to work with. So when you look at that from a general manager standpoint, in spite of the error they made in getting Dan and Tony and Steve Nash, those were the big mistakes in my mind.
What about Mike Brown?
Well, they didn't give Mike Brown a chance the
Yeah,
second
he didn't
time
get a chance to
around.
do anything.
You know, so that's how I feel about that. And then you have the injuries of Kobe. Right. So you got to factor all that in before you start taking pot shots at everybody. That's how I feel about it.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Okay, Big D, what you have?
Well, I'm not going to take pot shot at their management because enough have been taken with them. But moving them forward to today now and what they have, you have messed up your plan A is to get a top free agent. That's just not going to happen unless Aldridge all of a sudden have a change of heart and decide to sign with you. That's not going to happen. So you have to realize that, okay, we're going to be another year, go to plan B or C or D, what you have, and trying to get a veteran in there to play with the team, with the pieces that you just mentioned, Smitty. And that's what you need. You got all those nice little pieces, but you need a veteran in there who has some status to make those pieces function to be of some type of success.
Yeah.
Because without that, you're going to keep floundering around another year, and you won't make the playoffs. Now, so it depends on how you're going to change your objective.
Yeah, I understand they lost Ed Davis, so he was a pretty good power forward.
They did.
Yeah. What I like, and I know you just waiting for Pierre. Just waiting. He's going to chop him up. I'll let you go,
That's
Pierre.
true.
But
No, you go right ahead.
Yeah. I guess last year we got some tape of it. I really still feel that Byron Scott has the ability to pull everything together given the right pieces. So I think this is his year to shine, to be able to make it as best as possible with the type of talent that he has. He's got enough time to shape and mold them. We're going to be going through the Summer Pro League, and I'm pretty sure he'll be coaching because he has to get all of this right.
Yeah.
And we should look for some good things. I'd like to believe that they're going to be well-conditioned. They're going to come in, and they're really going to go strong in the Summer Pro League. They have to. They don't have any other choice.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the start for them for the rest of the season. I feel like kind of like my situation over at Trade Tech. We came in, we're 9-3 in a Summer Pro League. That's never been done with a JUCO team. And then not this weekend, but the following weekend we have on the 18th, we have a showcase to go to. Now, we really need to do well there. We've got to be able to win all 4 games and attract the attention of the 4-year colleges and universities and be able to get our ranking at the same time. So the Lakers, basically have to do the same thing. But Pierre, go ahead.
Well, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make a quick pass to Big D and ask Big D about the Clippers first and about the DeAndre Jordan situation and what you think about Doc Rivers. Maybe Doc should have traded DeAndre at the trading deadline and maybe got something for him because the way it looks now, he just walked away and he didn't get anything. What do you think about the Clippers situation right now?
Well, first, congratulations to DeAndre. Good luck to him. Secondly, I think Doc Rivers was banking on the fact that DeAndre was going to re-sign with them.
I'm with you on that.
And I think that thought even crossed his mind. But unfortunately, and maybe fortunately, a lot of bad stuff came out during this free agency period, about the relationship between the players and especially between Chris Paul and DeAndre. And if you factor all of that in, and you look at the fact that he left the Clippers to go play with the Dallas Mavericks, where he is now uncovered. Okay, you played with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin, who covered you up. Okay, and you did your thing. Hey, you become one of the best defender in basketball, even though you was a liability on the court due to your free throw shooting. You only had one shot, which is a dunk. Other than that, you was ineffective for his offense, for the Clippers. And you come to Doc, and you tell Doc that you no longer want to be the third wheel.
Right.
Really? Right. Okay, so something is wrong here. Right. Okay? And that's the first sign that he basically showed you he did not want to be there anymore.
Now, what do you think about signing Paul Pierce and also Stevenson?
Stevenson's a good sign. You can't lose much of that. He only got 1 year left on his deal, $9 million. Paul Pierce, I don't necessarily agree with, due to the fact that this team has some chemistry issues, okay, and little volatile issues there that's going on with this team. And I don't necessarily think that Paul Pierce is going to be an effective piece for them.
Oh, come on now. You got to be kidding me.
No, I'm looking at it.
What does the commentator say? Did you call Glass? He said, no, I called Game.
Right. You can call Game all you want, but I don't believe in...
And he did that a few times, too.
Yeah, that's true.
During that playoff series.
That's true. He was successful in that. That's true. But the thing is, you got to get to the playoffs, okay? And
they got that last year.
And that's the problem. You got that last year. You got to go beyond where you just getting to in the playoffs.
I think he's the personality to put them over the edge.
But what if you... Smitty, let me ask you, but what if you don't have that defensive stopper, like Big D was saying in the middle? I mean, he definitely showed up a lot of the Clippers' woes on defense with DeAndre Jordan. They're not going to have that man in the middle.
Well,
to really...
I saw a comment, and I think it was Isaiah Thomas, former player for Detroit Pistons. He said that Doc Rivers will get it together. He can't do it in a few days, but between now and the end of the summer, they're going to figure it out. So that's the role that coaches play. They have to figure it out. You look at your existing personnel and you make the adjustments. You know.
Well,
and he's a general manager too.
Well,
yeah,
it's
that's
true.
Yeah.
But some of the decisions Doc have made recently, as a Clipper fan and looking at the Clippers, I have not agreed with, and I have not seen this team really coming together. Okay, and now since this whole DeAndre thing had come about, you can see a lot of things coming out because the spotlight is on you. What really has gone on with the Clippers, and it's not good. Okay, and a lot of the personnel moves. I love Doc. Don't get me wrong. A lot of the personnel moves he have made in the last couple of years haven't panned it out too great.
Okay, hey, fellas, let's go to break. And when we come back, it's all you. Here we go. We'll be right back.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pit Bull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pit Bull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pit Bull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pit Bull Energy Drink. Pit Bull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pit Bull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pit Bull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
And we're back with Just Sports with Sonny Wells. Big ups to Pit Bull and RMC and Crystal Davis and Johnny Morris and all the good people that make this possible for us.
And Chris.
And Chris, the engineer. He had to throw that in there. Speaking of throwing something in there, we've been round and round with this basketball thing. And now it's time for Mr. Pierre Daniels to give his dissertation on,
Well,
on the Lakers, because he's been sitting there real patient, throwing it back and forth and sending it up. Go ahead, D.
okay. Well, actually, let me get started by passing it back to you, just to ask you, why are the Lakers having difficulty with landing top-notch free agents? Do you think it might possibly be the man by the name of Kobe Bryant?
I do. I do.
Okay, I just wanted to,
They
it seems like he's been in every meeting that they've had with one of the top-notch free agents stretching back for the last couple of years, and it seems like every time he's in a meeting, they decide to go elsewhere. Is that coincidence, or do you think it's
No, it's not a coincidence. But he's still a top ticket draw. You got to remember, this is still a business, and they can use him however they want to use him. And that's just the bottom line. Kobe's coming back, ticket sales go up. Until they find
the franchise in the long run to see.
They don't care if it hurts the franchise. Hurting the franchise means they don't make any money. That's the bottom line to all of this, is making some money. Yeah, they'll probably get back to the championship row, I guess you could call it, but it's not going to be within the next. Well, I think differently, because I really have a lot of faith in Byron Scott and bringing the team together and having the cohesiveness that's needed to win like that.
Okay. From a business standpoint, after all the expenses and so forth, I think the Lakers made $4 billion last year because of their TV contracts. So it goes back to what you were saying, the business aspect of it.
Yeah.
They're making money. But from a fan standpoint, fan appreciation, we're having some problems,
And I was saying, I'm looking at the fact that I think Kobe might be. I think he's definitely the big elephant in the room that a lot of people don't really want to address. I mean, they constantly, the youngsters coming in, and we're talking about how confident he is. But remember, he is a point guard, and we know Kobe likes to dominate the ball.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, he's bringing the ball up court, and we know he's a two guard. But he still brings the ball up court like one guard. They're basically interchangeable. But the same token, I just don't want to see that youngster get his development stunted by the great Kobe Bryant. I mean, meaning I don't want Kobe to just dominate him so much where he's not able to flourish and develop and really grow.
That's where Scott comes in.
That's what I was thinking.
That's where Scott comes in. See, he really didn't have a lot of time to work on all of those sorts of things last year. But now he does. And, as we speak, they may be ending practice right now. And they will have gone over a lot of those types of situations that people were not comfortable with. Kobe's not going to be able just to get the ball and just come up court. No, that's not your role. One of the things that I really like about Byron Scott is that he gives the individual their role and allows them to flourish in their role. Kobe now has to take a role. Gotcha. He doesn't have a choice.
Gotcha.
As a matter of fact, I don't know if I would have Kobe starting.
No,
hold on. At least for the first few games, he's going to have to work his way into the starting position with a role. Think about it. Think about it.
No.
If Kobe comes in,
you forgot about that big ticket you were talking about a few minutes ago. The money, the draw.
We're talking about
he's still there.
Bryant.
Yeah.
And first thing's gonna happen is, Kobe ain't starting, man. What? He's not starting. Well, what channel is that on? And they're gonna turn to the channel. Kobe's not starting. Okay, well, there's the big buzz there. Then all of a sudden, Kobe gets in, and he starts playing well, and the team starts playing well. Hey, man, they look good, and Kobe's not starting. But eventually, what will happen is Kobe will move into the starting lineup because he will have developed his role. He hasn't been out long enough to develop a role. He really can't start.
Okay.
He really can't start. He may be able to get him to do it, but I don't see that.
Yeah, what about his basketball IQ? Doesn't that tell him something? That's what I don't understand about players.
But Kobe is a particular type of player, and he hasn't changed his game.
Right.
His game has to be changed.
Right.
His role has to be changed.
Yes.
He got to be coming in sixth man
But he's
to
still
get
the
his role to
highest-
change.
He's
Unless
still the highest paid player.
I don't care. I don't care nothing about how much money he get. If he's jacking up the team, he's jacking up the team.
He's been doing that for a long time.
Exactly. So now it's time for change.
Well, think about what he's been saying. He says he doesn't want to hang around if he's going to be like a six-man or something. So that thought process is not in his mind right now.
Right.
He's starting. He's the star.
Well, that's the way he sees it.
Yeah.
And I agree with you.
Yeah.
But
And a lot of Laker fans
But
feel
if
the
I'm
same way.
if I'm Byron Scott,
I understand.
I'm pulling Kobe to the side. Look, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's one
You
part
got
of
to
the
change your
conversation.
game. And unless you
I see the other part.
if you can't do it in the starting position,
Right.
we'll let you come off the bench and do it.
Right. Well, I'm going to just pass it one more time.
What you think about
And
that?
I'm going to switch up on you, Big D. Go
Sonny.
ahead. You can chime in, but I also want to make sure you get to the Yankees and also about the A-Rod, whether you have them on the All-Star team. But go ahead.
Not going to work, son. Great idea. It won't work. It will not work, son.
We'll see. We got a week. We'll see.
Okay, the A-Rod situation in regards to his
Yankees in first place.
Oh,
They're
for
the
his
best player.
All-Star.
Right, he's the best player on the team, considering, all the situation with the with the performance-enhancing drugs and the cloud over the entire organization. But he's their best player right now, and he's playing at an all-star level, I would assume.
Right, he is. His numbers as a DH is pretty good. It's up to the coaches because the coaches chooses the reserves. I think the DH is a reserve role, so it's up to them because he's not a position player. What I put in, I cannot answer that due to the fact that only from just observing him and not observing the other DH because you look at Pujols who's having a great season as a DH. So if you look at that, I know he can't get in. Okay, because he's not a position player. And Pujols right now with the second most home runs, and I think I don't know what his average is, and I forgot. But no, I can't. And it has nothing to do with the PEDs, what he did in the past. Although I disagree with all that, but still, that's yesterday. I'm going on what he's doing right now. So that's will be the big issue: how he weigh against the other DH hitters in the American League.
All that other stuff is water under the bridge, as far as I'm concerned.
But you would also mention that they had a settlement.
Yeah,
the Yankees in settlement
that bonus issue that they had, I think it's $3.5 million. They agreed to donate it to different charities.
I see.
So the team is happy and he's happy. So the league should be happy as well.
Right. And then also, I know something you want to mention about Serena playing Venus.
Yeah, that's coming up. That was more of a Smitty report.
Yeah, we understand that it's not the semifinals, though. So they have one of them is definitely going to make the semifinals.
Yeah, this is the quarterfinals they're playing.
Quarterfinals, okay. So
yeah, they're playing the quarterfinals.
Yeah, and Serena kind of tipped off that she feels Venus has the heads up on her right now. So
Serena.
when I looked in her eyes, I said, she knows she's not telling the truth. Yeah.
At one time, I would say that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it now.
Yeah.
That's the sight game.
That's
the sight game.
That's basically what that is.
And Tiger Woods is playing some decent golf for once.
Man, I thought he was washed.
Yeah. He had several birdies and.
He looked pretty good. But again, it's not a major. But the same token, for him to play like he played.
He's 5 under par right now.
He's 5 under par.
But he's in about 16th place or something
He's
like that.
21.
Yeah, 21, okay.
And he's about 5 shots off. Well, Saturday is moving day.
Yeah.
And we will see.
Yeah.
Okay. If he's mentally ready, he will move upward, not downward. Okay.
Some of his shots look pretty good today, though.
That's an easy course to play.
Okay.
Which he needs right now.
Yeah.
He needs an easy course just to get his confidence back.
Yeah.
Right. It's a very you see the rounds, they're very high. 62, and it's not even a record. You know, for that court. So he's comparatively, you look at the scores, he's in there.
Right.
But we'll see tomorrow.
Right.
He does.
Right.
Okay, that's just about going to wrap it up. Oh, don't forget, next Saturday, Hoops for Charity, LA Trade Tech, 10 to 4. We're going to stop at 4 so we can clean up. That's what we're going to be doing. I'll be there. I'll be doing the skills and drills portion of it, and then announcing the games that we have toward the end. So make sure that you're there. All right. What's the
one-on-one?
Yeah, what's the one? Oh, the one-on-one.
What's the one-on-one?
Man, you Chris, how about if I play you one-on-one? How about that? In your pocket?
Don't do it to yourself.
Don't do it to yourself.
In the air, the truth is you're beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now put your light in the air for us. Everybody singing the